Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it might be. Um, I am back and we're going to talk about December 21st, 2024. Um, it's a quarter to midnight right now. Um, it was a kind of a long day. I didn't end up driving back yet. Um, So back to my family, my mom and my like grandparents, dad, everybody. So I woke up, uh, basically just like hung out with my dad for a bit, and then he eventually left, saw him out. So working on the garage and the heater stuff, and I had to take the snow off my roommate's car and park in the garage. I tried my darndest to work on this heater today, and it is just killing me mentally. I don't. It's just draining me, man. Um, so I mean, I've broken down the wiring schematics so many times. I've checked everything. It looks good. So my best guess is that it has a an issue with the ignition control board because I don't get a spark at all, but I do get voltage to that. Um, I kind of got I'm the type of person where if I start a project, I need to finish it. I will just bust my butt until it's done. It's like tunnel vision, like focus eyes on the prize type of stuff. So that's why I didn't end up going home today. It started getting late by the time I was done dilly-dallying with all my stuff. And there's other stuff I wanted to do here, clean up and like red up my room. If you can ever see really behind, it's kind of a mess. Um, So a quick cleanup is in order. A couple other areas of the house that need cleaned up. I'm bringing back my bamboo. This is my bamboo right here. I just don't have good natural lighting in the house, and so I'm gonna bring it back. I to my mom's. It thrived really well in this one bathroom where there's a skylight. So I'll probably bring it back to there because it's doesn't seem like it's doing the greatest. It's doing okay, but I'd rather get it in some light. But yeah, man, this heater. So I've been breaking it down. I pulled the control board out, and I have no way to test spark. So it's just a really weird spark system. Uh, Most of my background is I understand cars really well. Um, from their spark systems to all the other things. I mean, they're incredibly complicated systems in general on automobiles, but right with Spark, um, it's a lot easier because they typically will have like a coil pack, spark plug, the wire, like a boot type of thing, and then go to the spark plug. At least on like LSs and stuff that I like to work on in my personal time. But this is literally just a spark plug wire that it just slides on to like they call it the spike. And I think that's crazy. I don't know. I just think that's so goofy. Um but that was whatever. Okay. Excuse me. Oh boy. But yeah, I mean I have the schematic in front of me. That's what I'm looking at over here, and I get all the correct 24 volts where I need to get them. I I'm gonna order a new ignition controller. The problem is they're not the same ones. They're slightly different, but I have pretty good faith that I can make it work. I'm just gonna have to throw in an extra ground wire, which should not be a big deal at all. So, yeah, I think I just have to throw in an extra ground wire. I'll have to double check a few things, but that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. I think it's the board. I don't think the I don't know if it's like a capacitor or what that charges up to do the spark, but I think sparks were having some issues. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna order one of those and do that. That's kind of what I worked on today. I did spend some time with my girlfriend. Well, reflecting on it, I've kind of been crabby today, or just like not in a good mood. I think it's in part, and like I didn't really show that as much, but I mean it got worse kind of when I'm like by myself. But it's just like cold and miserable out, like taking all the snow and ice off the car for, like 30, 40 minutes outside, just freezing, and then putting it in and spending hours, on this heater, and it just won't work. And there's like no reason it shouldn't work. So yeah, I just get so frustrated with some of that stuff. But it is what it is. I guess like on the bright side, I've learned a great deal about a lot of this stuff. So honestly, I don't think I'm that afraid to mess with HVAC stuff anymore. Yeah, like it's kind of pretty simple, at least with these gas heaters for the garage. Ugh, another big yawn. Oh my goodness. Um, so I think I'll order this control board and then retrofit it. These are nicer, newer ones. They're only 150 bucks. I say only, but I mean that's still a lot of money. I mean, I think at least. Um, yeah, it's just so frustrating. But I think the spark plug is okay. Honestly, I would absolutely be thrilled um if it was just a matchlit one. I don't mind lighting it, you know, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna try to hook this up, and if this doesn't do it, then I'll have to order. The only other thing I can think of is that it's the spark plug actually, which is like 120 bucks. And if it's neither of those, then I have a wiring issue elsewhere that I can't figure out, which I don't see it right now, but I'm gonna leave to go back to my family tomorrow morning is the plan. I could have left and drove late. I'm notorious for doing that. And what ends up happening is I get in at 2 or 3 in the morning. I'm just super tired and I just go straight to bed. So I was thinking like, why not just stay the night here in my house in my bed and don't push myself, and I don't have the window down and I don't have like Metallica on like full blast, just like, oh my gosh, I need to stay up, like just slammed off Monsters or Red Bulls or something. Um, but yeah, I think I'm gonna order this ignition controller. I'm gonna look at it next couple days and see if that's something I'm gonna just buy and then try to implement properly. The other thing is if it's lockout or not lockout. I don't know. I'm just gonna buy the non-lockout version. Um, until I read something that says otherwise. It's like 20 bucks cheaper. Then they also have like the pilot assembly. Um, so we'll see, I guess. Hopefully it's just that and it's not building up charge to spark, like a bad coil pack type of thing. There's some wires that are not lining up in the schematic on the build too, which are bothering me a lot, quite frankly. But it is what it is. It's no big deal. Um, so yeah, I mean, I kind of messed around with that, and I also went to Harbor Freight, so I was gonna get a spark plug tester. Um, basically you plug one side. I didn't know they were in line, so you plug one side in on. You would try to put it on the spike, and then you would put the other side. Um, One side should go on the spark plug, and the other side should go on the coil or whatever. But it's for automotive, so it kind of didn't really. It was hard to apply to this, and I didn't really want to buy a $5 thing and it just not work, and just like I don't need more useless things, and or at least not useless, but just I don't need more stuff than I have to. But I did buy some alligator clips at Harbor Freight. I was a sucker for those little guys because I'm just tired of poking with my multimeter. Rather just have clips. So yeah, I guess I did get swindled for $3, but it's I'll live. Um, I went to Lowe's and Home Depot to make some returns. So it was just like some gas pipes. I had a leaking yellow dryer thing, flexible hose for gas line that was leaking. On their own parts, I think a flare just was not seating properly. Um, so I bought a new one and I returned the old one. Went to Lowe's and changed out an adapter because I swapped out for a valve, a different valve, a ball valve. Ate. I had some Panda Express for dinner. Uh, I've ate like crap this whole week, so I'm excited to go be with my family for some extensive home cooked meals. I used to cook a lot. I don't really cook as much anymore. Um, but I'm trying to get back into it because ultimately that's the healthiest and most cost effective route. Typically, it's just a time consuming thing. And I honestly, personally, I have zero passion for cooking. I just want to eat. And I think most people are kind of like that. So, I guess like what am I grateful for today? That was the recap of my full day. But what am I grateful for today? Um, something specific to today. Let's see. Let me think. Let me think. Mm, I didn't do anything with the gym. I guess I'll say my mom today. Like on the phone, she knew I was upset just from like she's like, "Oh, you're just acting so weird." And it's just like this heater is just frustrating me, and that's all it was. Um, and that kind of just like threw my plans off for the whole day, and I kind of got pretty annoyed by all that because I'm like, great, like I have all this other stuff to do. This isn't even done either, and it's taking up all my time. So, she just grounded me, which like grounded me to like earth, or like brought me back down from getting like non-level headed. So I think today that's a good thing to be grateful for is, family, specifically my mom, for being good, helping me out. So yeah, I have nothing else to say really for today. Besides, I'm trying to get an earlier night to sleep and try to take some melatonin and get off the screens and try to chillax for a bit, breathe a little, maybe meditate. Um, Meditation's great for you if you ever done it. I used to do it, but um, that's about it for today. When my buddy gets back, he wants to do like a longer video. I told him, I was like, yeah, man, I've been recording like stuff going on in my life. So he's like, we might just record we call it garage hangs. Just go have, like beers with the boys in the garage or something like that. So we might want to do that and talk about some stuff and what's going on. But as soon as I, as soon as I like diagnose this Rezdor, I'll release some videos on how I diagnosed it and all the diagnosis steps that I went through. So Anyways, I hope you all are doing well, whoever's watching, and you know, have a good rest of your evening, night, morning, whatever it may be. Catch you later. Peace.